Good morning, everyone. I couldn't actually find any book with a picture on the front, purple book or anything like that. All I found was a book. The back cover was purple. So we're looking at the beginning of Lent today. Today is Ash Wednesday. And I thought we'd just give a little bit of thought about what Ash Wednesday is all about. By the way, it's not a holy day of obligation, although many people go to Mass. You're not obliged to go to Mass today. Many people want to because it's an acknowledgement of the beginning of Lent. If you're hoping to go to Mass, you've missed the first one. If you're watching this first thing in the morning, Mass at 6 o'clock this morning. The next Mass is at 8:30 at Blessed Sacrament, and then at 5:30 at Umhlanga later on this afternoon. And we hope that you'll take the opportunity of attending one of those Masses. As I said, it's not a holy day of obligation, but it is a day of fasting and abstinence for people who are under 60. For people who are over 60, it is still a day of abstinence, but it's not a day of fasting. Okay, so in other words, if you're over 60, no meat still, but you're not obliged to fast in the normal way. So it occurred to me that when we come to giving up these sorts of things, and also when we go to church and we get the cross on our foreheads, and clearly I'm recording this before Ash Wednesday, so I haven't got my ashes either yet. When we get those things in our forehead, we think about the gospel, and the gospel says, "Don't parade your deeds before men. Go and do it in a quiet place." And so, well, that's a bit of a contradiction. If we're putting ashes on our forehead, are we not parading them before other people? And a question then would be asked is, are we open? Are we public very much about our behavior and our rituals, if you like? One of those that occurred to me, for example, do we say grace before meals? Yeah, all right, we say grace before meals. Do you say grace if you're on your own? Do you say grace in a public place? That's an interesting one. You don't want to make a big deal of it, but you're sitting down and the meal has arrived, and before the meal is eaten, you say grace. Now, often in a restaurant, something like that, it's a public place and it's noisy. And so what my wife and my family might do is we'll simply together say grace quietly, and we know what the grace would be. If you've got little kids with us, I can assure you they will say the grace out loud. And that's wonderful, to be open and be prepared to do that. And do it with the sign of the cross. You're not making other people follow you. You're simply following what is important to you. So on Ash Wednesday, don't be embarrassed about receiving the ashes. And once you receive them, remember that they are a symbol of repentance. They are not a display of anything else. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you later. God bless. Bye-bye.